Welcome to a new episode of Discover Daily, the AI-generated podcast curated by Perplexity to satisfy your curiosity about the latest in tech, science, and culture. I'm your host, Alex, and in today's episode, we have an intriguing mix of stories, from a major development in the Julian Assange case to a legal battle brewing between record labels and AI music startups. We'll also explore how Antarctica has remained a neutral haven for scientific cooperation and uncover new findings about the origins of fresh water on Earth. Without further ado, let's jump right in with our top story. In a surprising turn of events, Wikileaks founder Julian Assange has reached a plea deal with the U.S. Justice Department, according to court documents filed on Monday. The agreement would allow Assange to plead guilty to violating the Espionage Act and be released from prison, potentially paving the way for his return to Australia. Assange, who has been fighting extradition from the UK to the US for years, is accused of conspiring with Chelsea Manning to obtain and disclose classified national defense information. Interestingly, the plea hearing is set to take place on Tuesday morning in the U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands, chosen due to Assange's reluctance to travel to the continental U.S. and its proximity to Australia. All in all, the resolution of this high-profile case marks the end of a lengthy legal battle that has sparked global debates about press freedom and national security. While some view Assange as a journalist who exposed government misconduct, others argue that his actions violated laws protecting sensitive data. The plea deal is expected to credit Assange for the time he has already served in British prison. Shifting gears in a united front, major record labels Universal Music Group, Sony Music Entertainment, and Warner Records have filed lawsuits against AI music startups Suno and Udio, alleging widespread copyright infringement. The lawsuits, led by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, claim that these companies have unlawfully used the label's music catalogs to train their AI systems without consent or compensation. According to the complaints, Suno and Udio have replicated copyrighted songs on a massive scale, aiming to generate music that directly competes with and potentially devalues the original works. Moreover, the labels argue that this practice threatens irreparable harm to recording artists and the music industry as a whole. It's worth noting that both Suno and Udio have emerged as key players in the AI music space, allowing users to create songs from text prompts. While the companies have not yet responded to the allegations, the lawsuits seek damages of up to $150,000 per infringed song and an injunction to prevent further use of copyrighted material for training purposes. This legal battle highlights the growing tension between the music industry and AI technology as questions of intellectual property rights come to the fore. Moving on to a different topic, Antarctica, the vast, icy continent at the southern end of our planet, has remarkably remained a neutral haven for peaceful scientific cooperation despite geopolitical tensions elsewhere. This is largely due to the Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by 12 nations active in Antarctica during the International Geophysical Year, IGY, of 1957 to 1958. The treaty stipulates that Antarctica be used exclusively for peaceful purposes, prohibiting military activities, nuclear testing, and the disposal of radioactive waste. Additionally, it guarantees freedom of scientific research and promotes international collaboration, requiring the exchange of research plans and personnel. Importantly, the treaty sets aside potential sovereignty disputes by providing that no activities will enhance or diminish previously asserted territorial claims. Over the years, the Antarctic Treaty has proven to be a successful model of international cooperation. It has been renegotiated and expanded to include additional protocols, such as the Madrid Protocol on Environmental Protection, which prohibited mining and oil exploration for 50 years. Today, Antarctica remains a unique place where scientific research takes priority and nations work together to preserve this pristine environment for future generations. Turning our attention to a groundbreaking study, researchers at Curtin University in Australia have pushed back the timeline for the emergence of fresh water on Earth by 500 million years. By analysing ancient crystals from the Jack Hills in Western Australia, the scientists found evidence suggesting that fresh water, crucial for life, appeared around 4 billion years ago, much earlier than previously thought. The team examined the oxygen isotopes in zircon crystals, which can provide insights into the conditions under which they formed. Fascinatingly, they discovered unusually light isotopic signatures dating back 4 billion years, typically the result of hot, fresh water altering rocks several kilometers below Earth's surface. This finding challenges the existing theory that Earth was completely covered by oceans at that time. The presence of fresh water so early in Earth's history has significant implications for understanding the origins of life. As study co-author Dr. Hugo Olieruk explains, this discovery not only sheds light on Earth's early history, but also suggests land masses and fresh water set the stage for life to flourish within a relatively short time frame, less than 600 million years after the planet formed. The research marks an important step forward in unraveling the mysteries of our planet's past and the conditions that allowed life to emerge and evolve. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Discover Daily. We hope you found these stories as fascinating as we did. If you're curious to learn more, be sure to check out the episode description for links to the source. And if you enjoyed this podcast, why not subscribe to Discover Daily on your favorite platform? Before we go, have you tried the Perplexity app yet? It's available on both Android and iOS, and it's your gateway to a wealth of knowledge. Give it a try and let us know what you think. As always, thank you for tuning in and being a part of our curious community. We'll be back tomorrow with another lineup of stories. Until then, stay curious.